I'm Dan, this is Viking Designs, and this is episode 3.
1, 2, 3, 3.
So today we're going to be talking about designing a space. You get to your customer's house, you walk out the back, it's up to you to help them come up with some ideas. I'm just talking to residential carpenters, landscapers, people in those industries. Your clients are going to want some ideas off you. So this is all about designing a space. Some things you have to think about, materials that you use. If you're a carpenter, you're going to be using a lot of hardwoods, softwoods, LOSP, composite timber. If you're a landscaper, you're going to be using sandstone, concrete, pavers, tiles. And it's about marrying everything up and making it flow, making a design that your client loves. I feel like it's my job to explain to the client what they can expect out of the material. So if they're asking me for a hardwood deck, I feel it's my responsibility to let them know that a hardwood deck is going to take a fair bit of maintenance. In Australia, that means like oiling it twice a year. If you're using sandstone underneath the tree, it's going to need sealing. We should also let clients know about putting certain materials by a pool. Are they going to be slippery? Are they going to be too hot? These are all things that we have to keep in mind when designing a space. Now personally, Viking Designs, we like to mix it up. A lot of carpenters are going to come in and say, let's build a timber deck, a timber bench seat, timber screening, and timber stairs. And I get it, you like timber, you're a carpenter. However, contrast is where the magic happens. If I'm putting timber everywhere, there's nothing that stands out about it. That's the beauty of contrast. This is a timber deck paired with some recycled brick pavers. We've used these brick pavers to build a set of stairs that lead up to this deck. Now, there's nothing special, it's nothing crazy, but there's just that contrast there. And I think it looks a lot better than just a timber set of stairs. It just gives that little something else to this backyard. Now here we've decided to use a mixture of composite timber and limestone. They're similar colors, but they complement each other really nicely. And these two sections flow together to create one big area. We made sure to get that transition perfect between the limestone and the composite for a really seamless finish. Now we've got some hardwood paired with the painted surface. We've got 4 large hardwood posts made out of blackbutt, which is an Australian timber. We've got the same timber as the hardwood screen. But then on another wall, we've got it painted white. Now the white painted wall complements the ceiling, hardwood posts complement the screening. Had we just done the whole thing timber, it would have lost its effect. So the white walls complement the timber. Putting that white wall there makes the timber walls stand out. And that's what we're trying to achieve here. Let's take a closer look at example B. Once we settled on composite, we designed it with composite timber in mind. Now for this, we used EcoDeck. All composite timber expands and contracts. It expands and contracts about 5 millimeters per 5 meters. If you have a lot of really long lengths and a lot of really short lengths right next to each other, your long lengths are going to expand a lot and your short lengths aren't going to expand much at all. So if you do a traditional staggered deck, all your long lengths are going to have big gaps and all your short lengths aren't going to move at all. So to get around this, we use breaker boards. Now for this job, the client wanted the deck to be 6.5 meters long. EcoDeck comes in 5.4 meter lengths. So we had an 1100 millimeter space. Otherwise it would have meant ton of wastage, which is never ideal. So what we decided to do was put 3 borders on the left hand side, 3 borders on the right hand side, and 2 breaker boards up the center. Then we cut that 5.4 meter deck board in half. So we basically added in breaker boards and borders as we needed. So then we could just use our 2.7 meters of timber either side. So yeah, that's it. That's just a few of the things that I like to keep in mind when I'm coming up with a design. It's the materials that we use, how the materials fit in the space, and how they're going to be used in a real world application. I hope some of these tips have been helpful. I hope you've gained a little something from it. If so, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.